Hey, Duke. Orglum, Nurgle's right. Good to see you guys. I took a peek in the shop. There's a pretty good deal up there. The variety pack. Gotta do the math still, though. Be right back. You got rank 4 with the commando deck? Nice, Nuke. Hey, give me dead. Alright. Thank you. Intro music. Full screen mode. Partial screen mode. Alright, I peeked at the shop already. There was a big variety pack. We gotta put in the spreadsheet here. It had a ton of packs, but it also had like med kits and like draft tickets. The Battle of Britain. Yeah, here we go. There's 3 different tiers of it. So 11.99 gems. Spreadsheet open here, I think. Did I close it? I'm gonna close the spreadsheet. There it is. Okay. So 12 core packs. Core officer packs. They're all officer packs. 12 core, 12 naval warfare, which isn't ideal. I have all the commons for naval warfare. I certainly don't have all the cards for naval warfare. And then Germany packs and British packs, which I think I'm fine getting. This is for the commando deck, and the Germany control deck might be the way to beat the meta decks. which I think a lot of people are playing. People just don't mind playing against it, so you don't hear about it a lot. But they get 5 med kits, 5 one-day med kits, and 4 draft tickets as well. So this is a tougher one to analyze. So it is 12, 24, 36 packs. It costs, I'm putting 1,200 so the numbers make sense. Not $11.99. So from a pure pack perspective, it's actually bad. Damn. So 4 draft tickets. Okay, so let's do one over here that is going to discount the value that these have. So draft tickets are 20 gems, and med kits are a little harder. I can't check because it's activated. Shoot, what does a med kit cost? We paid like 80, I guess? Is it 80 for a week? I think it's 80 for a week. Hey, Fiona. Okay, so we got to do... total calculation here. Well, let's just do discounted down here. So this equals this minus... So it's 5 days. So we need 80 divided by 7 times 5. Okay, yeah, that's the value of the med kits. And then it was drafts. Was it 3 drafts? 4 drafts is another 80. It's still 53 per. Oh, it's bad. Oh, why is it bad? It's worse than just buying 30 officer packs. Did I do the math right? 12, 24, 36. 36 packs. Oh, I thought we were going to be cracking a bunch of packs today. I just assumed this would be as good as the Nation bundle from a while ago, but it's a lot worse. Damn, I really wanted to crack packs too. Maybe this one's better somehow. Hey, cheers for the wizard picks. Yeah, soon. Soon. They put the patch notes out, but it says on the 15th. Queuing times are getting through the roof, Nuke? Oh no. You're spinning your halflings while watching a movie and didn't get a game? Ouch. Ouch. You're back. My lunch is ready. Breakfast. Food. War. Challenging. That must be V from YouTube yesterday. Didn't say anything in chat today, though. Right, I have to assume this is worse. Maybe they did bad math, though. Give B medium. Okay, so this one is 10 packs. Costs $3.79. Ooh, 18 per. Are you kidding me? Oh, I wonder if we could buy this multiple times. Did I screw up the spreadsheet? This doesn't make any sense. Because that's even before the discounted version. Equals this minus a med kit. Oh, awkward. Do I unfriend? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the value of these Battle for Britain packs, and this one actually looks horrible, but this one looks really good. It's called Best Value. But I don't know how to value the med kit, like one day med kit. I can't look at the price because my med kit's active. Oops, that's not med kit. Does anyone know the cost of a med kit? It won't let me look and activate the new ones. See, I remember I had just over 2,000 diamonds. I think I had 2018. Because I remember having 18 because I didn't have 20. I was just short of being able to draft. 2018 minus 1938. 80. So it's 80 for every 7 days. If you buy a week at a time. Okay, so a med kit's worth 11 and a half. So minus 11.4, and then you get the medium one also had a draft. So I had one med kit and 2 drafts. Minus 40. So if you care about getting draft tickets and med kits you definitely care about. Med kits are stuff, especially if you grind. $16 gems a pack, is that right? Yeah, even the napkin math is easy. You get 10 packs, that's under 40 a pack. I think I did the math wrong though. Shouldn't be that much under 40. Oh, it's hard-coded to divide it by 20. Oh, no. I copied the wrong cell. Look, it's just hard-coded here. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. It was assuming there were 20 packs in the thing, not 36. Mm-hmm. That's true, Sparrow. I have I'm valuing the medkit at its cost, which is not what you should do. Yes, but it's really, you can't actually put a number on the medkit though, because it depends how much you grind on the day where your medkit's up. But you could certainly set some limits, like if you play 10 games, if you play for 10 hours, like you could set numbers for the worth of a medkit. But I guess another way to make this decision is you should either medkit or not. And then if you decide you want a medkit, you have to buy it for the store price. So it's kind of either worth 0 or the store price when you're evaluating the bundle here. Well, I guess it's never worth 0. But it can't be worth more than the store price for the value you gain. Okay, so it is actually set to be as good as the Nation Bundle, ignoring the med kit. This is the big pack. When you actually do the math correctly. Calculators can be dangerous. And then obviously it's a lot better because I do end up with 5 more days of medkit. What am I trying to get? Cards. Cards. He's just doing it off stream. It's done. It's done. I've already figured it out. Well, I guess the medkit thing I haven't figured out. The medkit thing I don't think is worth figuring out. The basic one doesn't have all the extras, so this one might be worth buying too. I have a feeling you can only buy them once. BOB small is 4 packs for 99. Oh, this one's the best by far. Wow, they're giving you a really good deal on that one. But I have a feeling we're only allowed to buy it once. The other thing is like breakpoints. So 1200, 1600, 1700. Okay, so I can buy all of these. Oh, they weren't officer packs. Oh, there's 2 sneaky crappy packs. Was this one all good packs? This one was all good packs. Oh. Yeah, crappy packs are worth 14. Or like you can acquire crappy packs for 14, but crappy packs are crappy. I think they're a third. So this is actually just like 2.66 packs. So that shoots it to 37, which is actually in line with the medium one. Okay, that makes more sense. Good catch. Good catch. Thank you, Crazy Dave. I almost just bought this a whole bunch. All right. So this one seems correct. Let's see how much we actually get to improve our collection. Okay, before we do that, let me get a screenshot of my collection. Oh, do I have some packs to open? I do. Let's crack these first. I want to see how the percentages go up after cracking the packs. Meh. Meh. Turning point. Your T-34s operate for free this turn, and their excess attack damage is dealt to the enemy HQ. I wonder if that's actually good in a tank deck. I wonder if a tank deck is good. You have 3 or 4 tanks out. That gives you a pretty big credit discount on actually activating them. And it lets them rush all the way across, too. So, like, you might be spending 4 to get a T-34 across the front line. T-34 deck's more of a gimmick? Yeah. Your bombers operate for 2 less this turn. That's interesting. 4 mana for 2 damage from a bomber. And on top of that, it might get you your other bombers nuking too. Okay, so packs cracked. Collection graph. Okay, so let's screenshot this. I'm kind of curious about like the common progress too, but I think the commons will. I think the commons will kind of fill up mostly. But this is interesting. I could maybe make a YouTube video out of like what do you get if you spend $100 on cards? Because this pack is like 120 bucks. If you're actually spending money. The devs hooked me up, luckily. I guess I'm recording, so if I just pop all of these open, if I want to go back and do the math, I have a visual record of it, even if I didn't bother screenshotting everything. I think I popped into them all. I'll go bottom up again just in case. There. The date is there. We'll see what we get for Kraken. But comparing to this will give us the bulk of the info. $100 you can get 1 board item? The cosmetics are that expensive in this? No, you can get a cup of tea for 100 gems. 100 gems is 14 Canadian. So presumably around $1. Gems are pennies. No, gems aren't pennies. Gems are dimes? Gems are dimes. I did notice that in the patch notes for Blood Bowl Fieta. Yeah, we're getting a bunch of star players. All right, let's do it. Oh, this thing's up for 2 days as well. It's all weekend. The naval packs I'd rather not have gotten. Just more core would have been good. $36 packs. Yeah, clearly better than this one. This one is the same price. You only get 30 packs.
$5 Friday.
$5 Friday! Thank you, Falcon. All right. Lots of packs to crack here. What, elite? Second card? Shifting attack. Send a friendly unit to its owner's hand. It costs 0 credits to deploy this turn. Well, that's kind of good for Germany. It heals your guy, but you re-trigger the comes into play effect. And Germany has a lot of comes into play effects. Like, deploy a guy, road a unit, deploy a guy, fight a unit, deploy a guy, just straight kill a unit. Good with Comet, too. Yeah, it costs 0 to redeploy, so it might kill with Comet. It's 4 damage to the face with Comet. Leopold is the big giant cannon that bounces all of your opponent's creatures. Did the medkits activate? The medkits, I think, are tokens that you can spend to activate. So they're not all chained. I think you gain 5 days of medkits that you can crack them at will. But I'm going to play a lot this Sunday, so you can crack one. It's not like 5 in a row. So I bought a week's worth earlier, and that one will, it didn't just add 5 more to the end of, like, my 6 days I still have active. Eagle Claws is good to have. I don't know if it actually gets run in the decks, though. Because this is the kind of card that's best against aggro, but aggro doesn't hang out in their support line. I guess it's good against killing commandos if they didn't cup of tea. Eagle Claws is an arena card. Oh, we should go full screen for this. Pure pack opening experience. Other friendly tanks with Blitz have +2 attack. Tanks with Blitz are interesting. They almost all have 2 activation costs, so it's hard to actually get them across the field and into the face, but that is a thing they could do. All right, 1 pack, 1 epic. Let's go. What are they called in this? Elites. 1 pack, 1 elite. Ah, 2 packs, 2 elites. Alpenfistung. Okay, this is really good for beating the commandos. I think you need this in German control. Because the commandos, there's not a lot you can do about them just like playing a bunch of commandos and casting a bunch of spells and like 14ing your face. So when they do that once, you need to clean up the commandos and then and also heal. Special? The Flame Tongue Kavu? No, that's not the Flame Tongue Kavu. Gain true credits the first time you deploy another unit with 4 or more attack each turn. That is handy. You can spend those 2 credits to attack with. What a Blitz Doctrine, nice. We're going to be able to make a German deck after this. Am I making the German counter deck? Who knows? First we open cards, then we figure out what we can actually do with them. Hey, Somska. What am I eating? Just some chicken bake. Chicken and rice and carrots. Mrs. Page makes for me in a green bowl, so it's invisible. Two packs, 2 epics. Ooh, Golden Standard. Enter 1 DAC. Gets shocked when it moves to the front line. It's not the worst card. I don't think it's a constructed card, though. Oh, a bridge too far. That's good for the control deck. You can't just build your deck to beat commandos and Polish. At least not at my rank. You only play against those decks like half of the time. You do have to actually beat people just playing cards on curve. Elite. We took one pack off of getting an elite. We'll get another one. When a unit moves to the front line, destroy all units there. In the battlefield. There's a medal if you can kill 5 with that? Nice. That'd be amazing. I would play into it. You can earn that medal against me. Annihilation. Probably too expensive for constructed. Discard is actually good against the commando decks too, though. Golden. Oh, another elite. We did pretty good on elites. Well, I guess that's a bad elite. Destroy all enemy air units. Air is underplayed. Alright. Time for the 6 British packs. Ooh. Start with a wild card. Common. An elite. The Black Prince. Heavy armor 1. Only 2 units can occupy the front line. Deployment. Retreat all units in it. For the king. The Hurricane's kind of cool. It's not a great card on this side, but once it attacks and kills the first unit, it flips. And flipping heals, so it goes to a 5/5. Oh, Commando Raid. Hey, Mimnock. We need 2 more Commando Raids. Fortification, definitely part of the Commando deck. When a unit attacks, pin it. Afterwards, draw a card. Unfortunately, countermeasures don't trigger your commandos. Targeted unit. The 15th Reese gains +1 end card when the targeted unit deals damage. That's interesting. Wonder if there's any combos with that. Are there any creatures that like deal 1 to all opponents? Probably on destruction. I know Japan's got that exact destruction effect on a 1-drop. I wonder if it would count though. When it dies from destruction and pings everything, would this guy go bonkers? Yeah, you can craft cards with wild cards. Ooh, Monty. Monty was in some decks people were sharing with me. Monty's a good hit. Monty Python? There's no way that's based on Monty Python, is it? Where's the Holy Grail? There's gonna be an actual Monty in World War II history. Oh. Not an elite wild card, but still a good one. Target enemy unit is shuffled into your deck. The The co-belligerents. That's kind of fun. Expensive as heck. It's basically just a 7-mana removal. I don't put a lot of value in making your deck a little better. It's an interesting card, though. General Montgomery. Commander of British troops in North Africa. Nice. Another against the odds. Stiff upper lip. When an enemy unit attacks, retreat it instead. Oh, there's a golden. Where'd the golden go? Golden special. 70th Brigade. Start of your turn, draw a card and gain 2 HQ defense if this was not attacked. That was a card I actually wanted for the ramp bomber deck. We were looking at what ways are there to gain health. This was one of the better ways. We got all 3 of our against the odds. There's stiff upper lip. Hey, Ahmed. They spend my diamonds? Yep, we bought a 1200 pack that we're opening right now. There was, we did the math. The Battle of Britain pack is 33 gems per pack, which is the equivalent of the Nation bundle that was up on Wednesday when I first started looking. But it also gets 5 medkit tokens, 5 one-day medkit tokens. You can spend them when you want. And it gets a bunch of drafts as well. I think 4 draft tickets. So if you actually value those at the cost of doing a draft and activating a medkit, it's only 29 gems per pack. So by far the best deal we've seen. And the deal's up all week too. The suit on the wildcard is cosmetic, yes. The rank is the rarity. So this game does its rarity as like 4, 3, 2, 1. You can have 4 commons in your deck, 3 uncommons in your deck, 2 specials in your deck, and only 1 of each elite in your deck. So the pips on the card correspond to the rarity. Much like Hearthstone, I think the legendaries aren't the bottleneck when you're getting a collection. It's actually the one rarity down, because you need more than 1 of each of them. Oops, we got a couple uncommon wild cards. Cromwell. When an enemy is pinned, suppress it. Better elite. The Rangers. Increase the non-combat, non-attack damage dealt by your units by 1. Why doesn't Commandos run this guy? They do? I guess because people don't own it is why I haven't seen it yet. I haven't broken through to the what is it, Field Marshal rank. I think I'm rank. We were streaming yesterday at rank 4. I think I did make it to rank 3 last night. So I haven't seen Commandos run it just because I'm facing half Commando decks. People with full Commando decks have already risen out of my area of the ladder. Each friendly commando deals damage to a random enemy equal to known enemy cards. I don't think Commandos runs that. Golden Commando! Holy crap! I didn't even recognize it. I just went and flipped the next one. Nice. Ooh, Britannia! Mm-hmm. Yeah, Twist. I had that too. I had that too this morning. When I fired it up, there was huge deal, 90% off, but the box was empty. I got that as well. I thought it was because they granted me free stuff. I thought they maybe gave me whatever that is as free stuff earlier. If you're British units plus 2 defense, then their attack becomes equal to their defense. So that's that. Yeah, that is like, it's probably not a meta card, but like when I had very few cards, one of the things you could build is the kind of wall Britain deck, bunch of 2 5s and 2 7s. So that is a good finisher in that deck. Can you make a copy of a deck? You get the codes at the bottom of the copy pasta. When you copy a deck in the client, the code is at the bottom of the huge text dump. No, Via, I'm not taking duels against viewers. Thank you for the offer, though. Special. This guy actually I've seen used in decks too. In aggro decks. Sabotage. Choose one of 3 cards in the enemy hand, discard it, and add a copy to your hand. Oh god, it's 7 mana. Yeah, you crafted this guy for the Japan US aggro? Yeah. Yeah. The 1-drop deck. Jalabama. I saw the Jalabama deck on their website. Okay, we're back. We're doing the generic packs now. I didn't realize that was my first non-British pack. Jet prototype. Oh no, yeah, we drafted around that and it was awful. Correction, it's credits.mana. Yeah, I call it a different card game resource every time. Sometimes it's energy. I can't even remember which game uses energy. Is there even a game that uses energy? I've been playing the Lost Glitches a little bit, a niche little crypto card game. You can ignore the crypto part. Magic is mana. Magic does have energy as a sub resource, though. Pokemon is energy. Elite. Soviet Elite. Blitz. Retreat this unit before damage is applied when it is attacked. Does it hit back? Does the attacker take 2? I assume it just retreats. It's just gone. This might actually be a good card to run. 4 mana, 2 damage, and then like it's always going to be at least 4 mana, 2 damage if they can attack it. If they can't attack it, you just get to one mana smoke them. Wish I had my luck opening the elites. We've gotten pretty lucky. Last time you opened 6 off spec, 6 normals, and only got 1 elite. The elites are flashy, but there's a slot in officer packs that's either a special or an elite. And like we were saying earlier, the specials are probably like more precious than the elites for like completing a deck / collection. The elites obviously are flashier cards. Humor gold card, yeah. we won't be running that. Yeah, paste that, Nuke. You got to paste that into Paste that into Notepad. And the code will be the last line. Oh, the wild cards are easier to get for specials, yeah. The elite wild cards are every like 50 levels on the nation progress. We can tell the nation from the back. These core packs are the only way we're gonna get like the Polish cards for the intel deck. On the front line, enemy air units enter the battlefield pinned. The Whirlwind. Anti-air tank. It's a blitz tank too with only one activation, so for 4 mana it's going to the back line. But anti-air stuff doesn't seem particularly great. I've not seen a lot of air decks. There are decks that run like 1 or 2 air units, though. Whirlwind does counter the German plane that has a blitz and goes back to hand. Atlantic Convoy, a little bit of value. Yeah, Comet, that's the one I meant. Doubting system. Damn doubting system. Oakage Warfare. Give a unit in your support line, gets +2/+2 when it moves to the front line. Is there any unit that goes back and forth? Because 1 mana for +2/+2 feels like a bad card. But if there's something that self-retreats... There are some spells that will retreat one of your guys. I like this guy. Can't be deployed unless you have 6 or more credit slots, but... A deck that has like a lot of card draw or whatever, like this, you just weave this in a late game turn. Get a beefy guard. The Flame Panzers got potential for a German control deck. Do the German cards first. That is not a control card. I could see this maybe actually sneaking in as one of your early plays. Because you can trade it with like a Japanese 2/1 and draw a card. Golden. Ooh, Golden Hurricane. Nice. Choose and discard a card. Give its attack and defense to target friendly infantry or tank. There's probably a deck you could build with Overwhelming Force. If you get a Fury guy, and then I don't know what the biggest thing you could put in your deck is. There's got to be like an 8/8 or a 9/9 you can pitch to this. So like a base 1 attack Fury and giving it +9 is 20 damage out of nowhere. You want a subathon on the 15th stop deck? We could have a glorious return to Blood Bowl. Not a full subathon though. Draw cards equal to the number of enemy units on the battlefield. I don't know if I can subathon though, TomTech, because I've got some serious adulting I have to do. We've made an agreement to buy a new house out in the country. So like today's stream is actually going to get cut a little short because I got to go to the lawyer. So I've got to get a whole lot of things lined up. My dad right now lives with me in my current house. But he's a stroke survivor. He's like he's older than his age. He has a bunch of support people that come in and make him his meals and stuff, but we're transitioning him into a facility. So the lawyer meeting today is for me to get his power of attorney. So we can get him into a care home. Apparently the care homes need the power of attorney to be on somebody. I guess they just don't want to deal with it. Like my dad's there mentally now, but if he's gonna be with them for 20 years until he does die, he might slip into dementia. So someone's gonna be there to make decisions. What's my age? 40, old enough I have to think. 45? 43. 43. What do we get this time? Buy the sword? Draw cards equal to the number of enemy units on the battlefield. So be it. Oh, I thought it was German. I was wondering if I put it in my German deck, but probably not.
$5 Friday.
$5 Friday! Top deck! Thank you. Ooh, Japanese plane. Deployment. Pin target enemy unit. Destroy it if it's already pinned. Not particularly good. I like that guy. I don't know if he's actually constructed worthy. Golden special. Enemy contact. Pin target unit. Draw a card. Ooh, that actually goes in commandos. Second golden. Eastern allies. Add the top non-French unit from your deck to your support line. Is there a more cards that support this? Can you play just like a couple gigantic units and mostly spells? Just go 6 mana. Here's my giant blitzy airplane or whatever. I'm not thinking about making commandos, am I? Oh yeah, like the way I play card games is I play the meta decks. I also play other decks. But like in order to beat commandos, it's best to play commandos. You'll find out it doesn't have an 80% win rate. What loses to you, you can employ in your own decks. I should be opening the naval ones first, because I think there is duplicate protection, so I don't want any naval cards in these packs. All enemy ground units must retreat. Churchill Mark III. 5/7 heavy armor. All enemies retreat. Nice. Oh, the core doesn't have the naval yet. Okay, perfect. They've thought of that. The gun on this was designed to go on a boat. The naval 165mm gun. Nice. The gun was made as a bunker buster during D-Day. And they eventually just slapped it on a tank. Yes, Prime. Yeah, if you over retreat your opponent, they go to the graveyard. There's a German card that bounces everything to hand that works that way, so I assume retreat does too. Friendly fire's nice to have. I don't know if it would pair Finnish with anything. German Finnish could be good. Finnish has some nice cards against commandos. They've got a mass silence. You set a timer to watch my stream every night? Sweet. You discard a card, deal 1 damage to all enemies. Iron Victory. Discard your hand, get a bunch of tanks. That's pretty mediocre in draft. Giant tank! I've lost to this in Constructed, but it's people upgrading one tank into this. Because the Soviets have a card that is like, change a tank into a tank from the same nation with 2 higher cost. So you can swap a 6-drop into this and smash with it. Not much in that pack. German special? Ooh, my second bridge too far. When you play a card with intel, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. I take it the commando deck doesn't have a lot of intel, so they don't... Ooh, an American Elite. "13th Engineer Battalion. Gain a credit slot when you deploy a unit with 3 or more operating cost." The fact that it's elite makes it hard to, like, build a deck around that. So the high operating cost deck kind of needs to be good without that guy existing. Which it might be. Oh, there's even a nickname for the 3-op deck? The Throp deck? Baker Street, let's go! Commando card. Develop a British Special Forces unit. If you control a commando, also develop an order. So it's a 1-mana order that freaking gives you another commando and another freaking order. 2 hours later, still opening packs. Some people like pack openings. I feel I'm kind of on agree with you, Gamer Legion. I'm not a fan of watching other people open packs, but I mean, a lot of people are. There's a market for it. And I do like streaming it too, because I can get feedback from you guys, like what's good or not. Any special? Orders deal at extra damage. I don't know if that deck got there. There's like 3 cards that make your orders deal more damage. Maybe that could fit into the burn decks we've played against a few times. Your enemy puts a random card in hand on top of their deck. You draw a card. That's hardly worth 3 energy. Oh, we got a wild card. I don't think it's a nation-specific one, so that will be useful. It will probably be a Polish card for the Intel deck. Becomes veteran when it attacks and destroys a unit. When this becomes veteran, deal 3 damage to the enemy HQ. That's a pretty good control card. 5 mana, blow something up in their front line, and then you get you heal back up, you get a full 5/5. And 3 damage to the face for fun. Bad French cannon. Polish card. When the enemy plays a known card, deal 1 damage to the enemy HQ. It is an Intel card. I don't know if it gets played in the Intel deck, though. If we have to make substitutions because I don't have the full deck. Now we're 12 naval packs. Wilds. Wilds from the naval is certainly good. Japanese Elite. Kika. Ooh, that goes in the Intel deck. I've seen that in like several Intel decks that have been copy-pasted to me. Shuffle in 4 kamikazes. The kamikazes just deal 1 damage and draw a card. 1 damage to the enemy HQ and draw a card. I don't know why the Intel deck runs that. I guess it's Blitz, right? So just 10 mana, 6 to the face. Is that the idea? Doesn't even have to be the face. It's 6/5, so it can clean up backline stuff. Now you want to play War Thunder more? Kika's in War Thunder too. 1 mana cycle orders, yeah, but it's not run in the Commando deck. It's the Intel deck. And they're shuffled into your deck. You don't draw them, so I think that part is pretty minor. Orders from above. They're a buff or 3 damage. Nice flexibility. Draw the top non-French. I don't know if I had 4 of those. Actually, we wouldn't have opened it if I did, right? Oh no, Navy. We're in Navy. I have all the Navy common. For target unit into roaded troops, draw 2 cards if it was friendly. I think this guy might show up in the Intel deck. Maybe I remember playing against it, but it might have just been against random people. Nope, that guy's definitely in the Intel deck. Use this as Fitch. Give your units ++1 and give them +2/+2 instead if there's a Navy card on top. Comments don't matter. I've already got them all. Quickly flip the standards. Deployment. Cannot attack the enemy HQ this turn. So 5 mana to drop a 3 attack bomb. Bad. Ooh, the motor rifles is great. Ooh, and the Royal Fusiliers. That'll go in any British control deck we build. There's a Polish plane that gives all your cards Intel 1. I would assume that would go right in that deck. Fog of War. I like Fog of War. Gordon Highlanders. Choose an order in hand. Set its cost to 0. Put it on top of your deck. Ooh. Interesting. You could put your research on top of your deck. Put the 9 mana research on top of your deck. Next turn you draw it, play it for 0, and then you can play the 12 mana. Blow up their board. Chain home on that guy. He's also a 3/10. But it's not like you're giving up on stats to get the effect. Extended Barrage, that would go in our aggro deck. Guardian Man. What do we got there? Roll Britannia for that guy, yeah. There's a Navy one that makes it fight every enemy in random order. There's it costs 5 mana. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. 1-drop that replaces itself. It's ++1 when you play a Navy card. Destroy a random enemy. Repeat if there's a Navy on top. I don't think the Navy stuff got there. Maybe people just haven't figured it out yet. Oh, the Jagdpanzer. Sick. Ooh, Golden Panzer Grenadiers. That's a good one to have too. I think the deck I'm running, I needed one more of those. The deck I copied. We'll be able to build a better version of Soviet Japan aggro if we want. We're opening all this stuff. Elite. There's an elite. Also special. Shuffle your hand in your deck. Draw 3. They cost 2 less this turn. Oh, nice. Panzer Grenadier. The Thunder Division. We needed that for the Japan Intel deck. When you play an Intel card, your other units get +2/+2. That is absolutely insane. That is such a huge buff. Like play like 7 mana turn. You play that. You do a 1 cost Intel. 2/2 to your board is insane. But then if they don't kill it, and you get to activate it 3 more times, like how do you ever lose that game? There, the Archerfish. Oh no, that's not the one. It's a 5 cost Navy, but it's not the one I was thinking. Destroy random enemy. Repeat if there's a Navy on top. 1, 2, 3s are nice. Rich Elite. BPF. Convert a random card in the enemy hand into plan. Retreat if there is. Oh, repeat. Sorry, repeat if there's a Navy card on top. Man, if you're triggering that card's insane. Well, I mean, they get plans to replace them though. I don't love that. Not card advantage. It's combo disruption. Golden. Oh, golden 99th. Nice. Special this time around. Oh, top card of your deck is always Navy. Kind of jealous of all the elites I've opened. If you damage Soviet units, +2 attack and fully repair them. We got another copy of the Kyoto Regiment, though. That's good. I haven't gotten any Polish intel things, though. Wild. Golden Special. Golden Special. Golden Scouting Party. Nice. We needed those. Oh, that must be our 3rd Kyoto. And that must be our 3rd Panzer Grenadier. Actually, I don't know how Goldens interact with duplicate protection. Non-zero chance I've actually gotten all the limiteds now, too, I guess. More scouts. Shuffle all cards in your hand in your deck, then draw that many cards +1. That's not particularly great unless you're really into shuffling and redrawing. FW 190 F9. At the end of each enemy turn, deal 4 damage to HQ if they did not deploy a unit. I've seen some people play this with some cards that are like, you're not allowed to play a unit this turn. Kind of a burn strategy. There's a German card that's like 4 damage to face and they can't play a unit next turn. So obviously goes good with this guy. Last but not least. Oh, I had achievement. It was collect all of something in the naval warfare set. I might have just finished all the limiteds. Golden. Breeze carrier cover. We want to try the fighter deck. Hey, Blood Bowl. Oh, the second copy of that one drop that replaces itself. Okay, how do we make out cards collection stats? Yep, we did get the last of the limiteds. Oh, we're almost done specials. Okay, so elites are harder than specials, at least in this sample size of one of me finishing the naval warfare collection with mostly officer packs too, which is not how free-to-play players are going to acquire cards. Okay, so for $100 we went from 86% to 98% of the naval warfare. Now, a lot of that was just I already had the commons. Blood and Iron, we jumped 8%. 11% jump. Winter War, 7% jump. 4% jump in Brother. World at War, a 1% jump. Tough to get World at War cards. Theaters of War, 5%. Legions, 4%. Breakthrough, 2%. A lot of these are very tiny jumps. 4%. 5% base. Yeah, we didn't get all the commons. But regular packs would have progressed the commons more. There's a lot of commons I'm missing a lot of. But for $120 you get... Well, a lot of it was concentrated here. Like half of it was here. And it did finish off... Nearly finish the set off. Like a couple wild cards. Probably all we need to actually finish that set off. So is it safe to say like $100 every time a set comes out is probably enough to get you... keep you competitive in this game? Mm-hmm. You feel better about your free-to-play elites now? Yes. It was 1,200 gems to buy that pack. Oh, the rotations are... They're not done by set. They just do individual cards rotating out. Interesting. Okay, do we have some decks? Here's an Intel deck that Ahmed shared with us. How much closer are we to actually having this? We got all the Kyotos. We got all the scouting parties. I didn't get a dragon. Drafted with the dragon so many times. But like we didn't get any of the Polish cards you need for it. Like any of them. I think there's supposed to be a bunch of percentages at the front of the deck code, Nuke. So I'll show you how to do it. Cards. Here's the slide deck I was climbing with. So I copy it. You open up Notepad. And then you need the %% at the front. And that's the code you share with people. This entire line of text. I think the %% is like a way for humans to identify, hey, that's a deck code for cards. I think the %, 2 digits bar is always there. Maybe that's like who created the deck or something encoded in that. For rotation, there's like a half a year or a year and a half or something like that where it will never rotate. But then they do rotations just to craft a format they like. Yeah, and they can balance patch the cards. Oh, 4-3 is the nation code. Okay. Is that your commando deck, Nuke? Import. $25 is Brit US. You get to learn that code. Missing direct hit. 1 damage to unit. If it's 0 operating cost, destroy it instead. That's pretty good against aggro. Aggro loves 0 operating cost. We opened Monty. We're short of Baker Street. I have 1 British special wildcard. 3 general ones, but my general ones are going to have to be Polish cards if I actually want to build the 2 mana decks. I do have 6 limited wildcards, so getting the extra commandos isn't a big deal. Yeah, we'll have to craft 2 of those. Deal 2 damage to all enemy units. If it's the second order you gave this turn, or instead. That's an elite. Oh, Ahmed's got a commando deck too. Why use the T? To protect your commandos. So when you generate 2 commandos with commando raid, you really want a cup of tea so they can't just get pinged for 1 or 2 damage. So the cup of tea you keep in your hand until you're getting a bunch of commandos out. So you commando raid, cup of tea, protect the convoy, use the production from protect the convoy, and cycle the plan from protect the convoy, and you've just done 3-4 triggers. So you've flung 8 damage randomly to your opponent's board. You've made your smoke screened commandos avoid like AoE and direct damage. You pass the turn back to your opponent. How much mana did that cost you? 2, 2, 3, 8. So for 8 mana, you can do that, and then you're set up next turn to just go to town if they don't have a way to kill the commandos. You don't even have 3 war bonds. If we look at the other people's commando decks, I'll bet you there's actually 4 cup of teas in a lot of decks. Wait, keep calm. For freedom's a pretty good spell. Couple number 9s to bring down like a 5 or even like a 7 or 9 health unit is good. Because a high health unit is going to absorb a lot of your pings. You guys both had the wave after wave, which I don't have. Yeah, 3 cup of teas instead of the 2. I'm gonna have to craft the number 43rd. Only have 2 elite wild cards. Doesn't this build die versus aggro? Who knows? I definitely don't have the experience to judge a deck that quickly. Here's the 3rd presentation of a commando deck. They're all quite different. The amount of America at wars and stuff. Copy a random order in the enemy deck. Gain HQ defense equal to its cost. That's nice. You don't even need the legendary commando. It seems wrong to omit it. But it might be right to not bother crafting it. Especially if I don't know if I want to, like, main the commando deck. Especially because people have mentioned there's a balance patch coming soon, so. Course later, thinking which deck to play. This is a theory stream more than a gaming stream for sure. Yeah, Baker Street is just well, Baker Street could get you that, but I was gonna say the 5 mana one, Commando Raid, is the same basically. Like, casting either of these 5 drops means your future spells deal 2 damage. Except the Commando Raid version can't overkill anything. You'll never have 2 damage go at a 2/1. Oh yeah, Protected Convoy's got to be in there. I think every version is going to be full of Protected Convoy. I don't need my whole deck slots filled with commando decks. That's an old one somebody had pasted. This one doesn't have the really expensive thing. This one I actually almost have. Holy crap. Like I have to craft the commando raids. I have to craft the commandos. That's 4 limited wildcards. No matter what build, like those just have to be in there. I don't think I saw second chances in the other guy's builds, so I can definitely omit that. Wait, this one's missing the... Oh, there's the convoys. They show up in a random order. It's not alphabetical or anything. But it's hard to compare all the different lists. You can't just like look top down and see what's missing. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We'll craft the commando generators, and then we'll just fill in. We'll craft the Baker Street too. We'll just fill in with what we own, so it doesn't cost too many wildcards. But I could do all that with British wildcards, so it's not interfering with us building the German deck either. Mm-hmm. Oh, Nuke, you got Blood Bowl news. They've adjusted the max limits for the matchmaker. Max team value range increased from 200 to 300. Max skill rating increased from 200 to 250. So that's interesting, because they never told us that before. There was a hard cap of 200k before. But I just fundamentally don't like that, because like inducements are just part of Blood Bowl. So if you ever want to play with grip, you have to add fake team value. And yeah, I think they probably solved that wrong. Like having to be within 250 elo of somebody is like just like it's ignoring the fact that it's a bell curve, right? Like when you're on the tail, you should be able to match farther away. Like the top 10 people on the ladder need to be able to reach down and just grab like the top 10% of people on the ladder. Oh, Gamer, yeah, the Twitch people shared a whole lot of decks. I have no lack of a starting point for commando decks. This one's as good a starting point as any, because I just own more of these cards already. Oops. Need to cut it. Alright, I was going to see if how close we were to the Polish deck too, but I think we're actually really far away from the Polish deck. That in, we have to craft 2 of these. Is it crafting golden ones? It is not. Gold card cannot be crafted. Do you wish to create the normal card? Yes. I did not want to spend like 10 wild cards to craft a golden version. Second chance we can cut for sure. The Baker Street we have to craft. Do I have a Brit special? I do. I have 1. Mm-hmm. You can make a gold card for 400 coins somehow? Alright, so we actually only need to put 1 card in this deck. We might want to make some edits. My first deck. How is this build for ramp? 1 America at war, 2 war bonds. I do feel like we probably want the 3rd war bonds. I also have legendaries that whoever made this deck might not have, like Monty. Like Monty definitely goes in. Let me sort by elites and see if there's any elites we definitely want. A friendly unit would deal 1 damage, 1 combat damage, deal 3 instead. Dope. Oh, I've got the Rangers. Increase non-combat, non-attack damage dealt by units by 1. We have to make some cuts. The Royal Research I want in. I don't know if we want many of these dudes. Like, we have a bunch of good dudes. Is Gordon good in Commandos? Like, if it feels like, especially when I had Royal Research, I want Gordon. Definitely don't want Rule Britannia. Guess we don't want to have room for the Kitty Hawk or like Queen Zone. Retreating all enemy ground units. I could see buying us time. Yeah, I added the Royal Research, yeah. Cup of tea should be 4. Not many people were running 4 in all the sample list. How do you activate a medkit? On the nation track. Any of the nation tracks will activate the generic medkit that works for every nation. There's a button in the top corner. Yeah, the Churchill seems really strong at just like, don't kill me by a couple turns. I think a lot of people weren't running second chance. Rapid bombing replaces that other legendary AoE. I think I do want the Gordon too. Yeah, you're not a fan of second chance? Seems a little expensive. Like, just drawing 2 cards cheaper is better than drawing 2 spells specifically. All the creatures in this deck are amazing. Like, there's just the actual commandos and then those big legendaries I added. Convoys you definitely need all of. I like the dilemma. I guess you don't need this guy. I don't think every deck was running number 9s. Is it best to get all the tracks to 12 to get the decks, or just focus on 1? I would say if you like drafting at all Mimnock, don't worry about it, because like when you draft, you're just going to play random stuff and advance those tracks of the random stuff. Gordon's back. Gordon seems like it'll set up a pretty sick turn, and it combos with Royal Research. If this is up to 9, then when you Gordon, like turn 11, you Gordon your 9 research, and then you're like turn 12, you can Baker Street them, or not Baker Street, Bletchley Park them. You do need the 9. The 9 might be pretty important against the Polish Gigantos, right? Yeah, depending on the matchup, you're just going to go for the radar quite a bit with the Royal Research. Oh yeah, nobody's arguing number 9 is bad. You have to cut something though. It's part of card games. Bletchley Park wrecks the Polish stuff. Yeah, it would. Flood the top of their deck with a bunch of legions. Delaying tactic is probably not good. It doesn't cycle. Got the delaying tactic. All right, let's play a game. My first ping deck. Where's it? Why do I have the flotilla unlocked? I guess that was one of the things they added to my account. Wait. I guess it's good to hide your card back. We're camouflaging what we're playing here with flotilla too. Some people won't know that we're British. Not enough early aggro denial for this deck? Yes, could be. Why do I have all these cool things as freebies? No, they messaged me and asked like, hey, would you like us to boost your account? Some people enjoy the experience. And I'm like, can I have every card? If that's too much to ask, I'll take whatever you can give me. They did not give me every card, but they did give me they were like, I'll give you this thing you've never heard of and that thing you've never heard of. That's some good ramp start. We'll throw Churchill back. I think we'll keep the convoy though. We are going to need to draw some cards after we have infinite mana. Generates production whenever you play a Navy. So we're up against a Navy deck. This is a cool board. Oh, there's the TNT on it. Tucked in on the side. You maul the convoys too to go a little harder. Pin it and draw and do the 2 mana ramp just to conserve the card draw for this one. We could just do this to be more mana efficient. We could, I guess we're kind of, This is a pretty sweet board. We have a decent amount of card draw. Yeah, maybe we just do America at War. Keep the 1-drops for... There's actually commandos around. My opponent's in the Navy, all right. Oh, the flotilla's got a big crown in the background when it's on the board. Uh oh, that's pretty good against the commando spell spam. Oh, we drew a duress. Perfect. All right, are we going off here now? Commando. Duress. Then we have 4 more mana. We even drew the protected convoy right on time. All right, my first time commandoing here. What are we pinging? Pinging face. We have 4 mana still. Not a lot of time to contemplate. We blew the plane up, great. I guess we'll ramp. Alright, that seems pretty good. See if he has ways to deal with smokescreen commandos. Made me discard my plan. What's the Churchill do for me? Retreat all enemy ground units. That would make the pings target a lot better. I don't know how deep I was going to be able to go off. I did have a fair bit of card draw. I feel like this is fine, though. It also slows him down on going to my face with those. You had 2 of the guy that, whenever you play a Navy card, smash 3 to the face. We could have potentially lost to that. We can commando raid Monty. We'll have the start of turn card draw and this guy's card draw. Ooh. We're gonna take some damage while we're getting to that. When he suppressed one of my commandos too. Push commando raid. Okay, we don't have a lot of time. I think that's going to be an issue with this deck. Hopefully that guy dies before we do. Got it. Add to swordfish your support line. It's the attack of a friendly unit. It fights all enemies. All units in the front line must retreat. Well, we're not killing him, I don't think. So let's kill that. Hopefully we survive. And we have 9 mana waiting in the back line here. Yeah, being at 4 is not comfortable. This build might need a little more life gain. Churchill got pinned. He pinned my Churchill. That's why you need the cup of teas. Pinned again. I guess we knew he had pinned again as well. We didn't die though. Ooh, and we drew the fort. One cost for the win. Endo. Well, guess I'll push. Healing makes me feel better. The stream's cutting out for you a lot. My reports look clear. Just try refreshing twist. When in doubt, turn it off and back on again. If that doesn't work, just drop a quality tier. Go down to like 720. It probably won't look a whole lot different, but it might run smooth. He did lose to this guy just pushing. And I drew another commando. Broker smokescreen with a manual commando finish. That's how you normally win with this deck, right? Get that last damage in with an attack. Hey, we ranked up with commando. Nice. All right, I got to do a quick bathroom break. We'll be right back. Keep on commandoing. Be right back, everybody. Commando again. You can only use elites from your major nation. Ooh, I didn't know that deck building rule. I did not realize that part of the tip. No ally elites. 2 ramp. We got 5 ramp. Up against probably a mirror, so we don't need the dilemma. Turn 2 double commando go. What would they have to punish that? I mean, their own commando and then flinging pings around would be pretty bad. Also to rest, like, no, you can't just deploy commandos. Now, if he deployed a commando, I could go commando freedom. Protect a convoy. Saying go seems pretty bad here. We could protect a convoy, cycle the plan, just keep the duress, or the coin, I mean. Seems fine. Gordon. Nope, he's pulling the trigger. He goes, first commando. Commando go! He commando goes me. Really? I guess I just dress it. Ramp and dress it. Help, help, I'm being suppressed. I don't think there's a bigger thing to keep the duress for. Don't Churchill it. it'll reactivate it. I could Gordon. We could just start going. I also don't have much card draw is the problem. Gordon putting American War back is not good. Gordon, maybe Gordon doesn't belong here if we're gonna end up kind of choked on cards. Counterspell. Oh, convert to plan. It's not as bad as I thought. Well, my hand is full. I guess we're gonna drop one of our commandos. Make it unpingable. Although I don't know if we have that much ping in our deck. Ranger's Commando, bunch of zeros, is going to be a fair bit of damage to the face here if we want. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. We would cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spells. 5 spells would deal 6 damage each. Oh, he's dead. Oh, it's only 1 extra damage. Alright, my math was off, but he's taking a buttload here. We were 2 damage short. I decided to hold my duress though instead of going deeper there. Does that get rid of the pin? It did not get rid of the pin. Three commandos. Double Baker Street rebuild. Not done yet. Cup of tea. So we could bounce all those with the Churchill. It's probably better than trying to ping, 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 ping. We could also Royal Research put this 6 cost one back on top. We could just radar. Try to get more pings. I don't think we're killing him this turn. I think we Churchill him. So I'm gonna draw cards first. Churchill's threatening lethal, but I mean, there's a lot of cards to pin and or deal with units. This I can probably beat. If he doesn't have a way to give them health, we'll clean them up so easy. He did deal with the car, but now we get to go to town. Your commando raid for next turn, nice. Am I gonna convoy again? War Machine doesn't do anything. we're at the 11th turn. I guess we're gonna convoy again. 8 seconds to do this. We got that guy. Oh, I didn't have room for the other card. Shoot. We're learning. You have to play fast, too. I've got to learn more, like, intuitively what's the right play. Nice. Tank. I think the tank was a big enough threat. Should be tracking my win rates. Maybe I'll start tracking. I'll start tracking once we make it to Masters or whatever it's called. Field Marshal? Great. What? I don't know. Presumably once we make that number go to 1, we get like an overall rank. The tank seemed nice in the mirror. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be good against just general decks, but it slowed him down a ton, didn't it? 2 commando raids. We don't mulligan those. We're up against Japan. Probably want to keep the dilemma too. I don't know. I don't have any ramp. Maybe we don't keep all of it. I think I need ramp more than more commando raids. Oh, we drew another commando raid. Made my dilemma more expensive. I'm going to want to plan on turn 2 here. We got to dig to ramp. I'm sure you keep 1 commando raid, though. Two dudes. There's a ramp. Nice.
Tomatoes, everyone.
Hey, Beowulf. We could commando raid production Monty. I don't know if they have many ways to do 1 damage. Oh, we could just war bonds instead. War bonds, I'll end up burning a card though. Given that I have a bunch of commando raids, I think I'm fine just opening one up and leaving a bunch of 2-1s. They're smokescreen too, so they can't get attacked. Hey, Beowulf. You usually beat commando players with your Legion deck? Nice. Try and get an intel. Order lull. That guy should be bigger. Commando. And then start going to town here. We got his plane. Ping, 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 ping. It's a hectic battlefield. I don't know what he could have that would deal with this stuff. That's temporary dealing with it. We'll get our man back. We can carpet bomb next turn here. Yeah, that seems like a decent carpet bomb. It's expensive as heck, but it's going to throw 12 damage out. The pings went first. That's not great. My dilemma is expensive. My dilemma got cost increased. It's a card draw. I don't know if I want to do a commando raid or save that for a rebuild later, because we'll technically waste a spot if we kill that. And there's also this guy. Oh, actually, if I commando raid that guy first, instead of that guy, I think he'll trigger before I get my guys. I have no idea how this game would work. In Magic, I would get my guys before the effect would trigger. Well, I guess we have to find out. Nice. Yeah, that was what I meant about we have to find out, because TikTok. He's up. All right, he's at 3. I think we'll probably end up pinging him to death here. There we go. It took a little while. Got there. 3-0. Just go to a meeting. What kind of deck? Crazy deck is this? Yeah, it's one of the 2 best decks in the game. So opening all those packs got me one of the meta decks. At least a version of it. There doesn't seem to be consensus on how to build it. So the cards I didn't own, I just didn't put in. Yeah, duress a turn out would have been good, but I don't think there was a way to not kill him there. Mm-hmm. Oh, we got the ramp this time. Nice. I'll keep a convoy. I don't know if turn 1 convoy makes sense when I already have a 2 mana play. I think it makes sense if you just want to cycle the plan on turn 2. Germany finish. Right, a German elite. We could coin out the war bonds. We could draw some cards. Yeah, turn 1. What's that card called? Protected Convoy. Does get me the war bonds out a turn earlier. Which I think is only good if you don't really have other things to do. Now, Germany's going to deal with this guy. So when I play him, he'll die the next turn. So I don't think we play him this turn. As much as it would be good to kill this, he's going to have routed. He's going to have ways to kill through the smoke screen. Get card drawing. I don't think I hoard the plan because, like, yeah, we'll draw into more spells. Yeah, he can't capitulation us for a while. I'm going to save this for a bigger deploy. Once I have more mana. Convoys. That seems like a fine spot to stop. I assume these two are going to die. Kind of worse than dying, because now they're clogging up spots. I have to waste mana progressing them. Still have 2 regular commandos in hand and another raid. Even if he cleans this up, we've got a good rebuild. It did was make me discard a little. So this is beyond done. This deck's a little silly. Like the Fordo. Up to Field Marshal. Now a member of the Officers Club. Whatever that means. Hooray. My first 2 weeks with the game. 2 weeks streaming it on the Friday. We have Field Marshal. Where do I look at my Field Marshal? Ranks? Officer Club? Okay, so apparently I just like got seated at 2000 Elo. I think this works with Elo. There's a Japanese version of the ping deck too. I think we might try that, but I do have to wrap the stream up. I've got an appointment with the lawyer. So I'm gonna wrap the stream up here, but I think we'll probably end up going live this evening. I definitely want to play more. But I've got some adulting to do. I gotta go to the lawyer with my dad. And hopefully that doesn't take too long. Sorry for the shorter stream, but adulting must be done. Can you see what decks the top of the ladder are playing? Doesn't look like it. Let me grab this Japanese commando. Or I lose it. Surprise! Oh, the Ij Makura is definitely a pretty good spell. Like, get to chain 1-mana spells pretty deep. What else do you get from Japan? Like, you lose ramp. Losing ramp is pretty bad. Epic rebuild. Hey, Romafont. How do I do? Not too bad. We're about to wrap up, though. I've got to go help my dad out. Take him to an appointment. Yeah, I don't think that's worth dropping the ramp. The ramp is core. Ramp is great. Be right back. Be right back. I might be back later, but we'll see. I think I'll probably be live again in a few hours. Let's roll the credits for now. Appreciate y'all hanging out, playing video games with me. Be back before you know it.